Hey guys, and welcome back to Pokemon Sun. You join us here on the second island of the game, Akala, where there is lots to see. But first, we gotta deal with these two X and Y schmucks, Dexio and Cinia, I believe. I always get her confused with the one chick from the Delta episode.
I sort of get that vibe too. I'm not really sure how to pronounce her name entirely, but it's nice to see these guys again, sporting their obvious Alolan spy gear here. I do like how the girl is wearing rose-colored glasses, thus making her think that life is a lot better than it actually is, and trust me, it ain't, honey.
Yeah, and just as convincing as their superhero get-ups in X and Y. But here's a little brain tickler for you. If they're here, and you may have noticed Dexio is wearing a Mega Ring on his wrist, does that mean Sun and Moon take place in the alternate universe where Mega Evolution was a thing?
Oh yeah, I forgot we're doing like a D4C kind of thing with the timelines now, where there's like alternate Hoenn and then the other Hoenn. I can't fucking tell, I'm sorry, it's more complicated than Zelda already.
So, I'm not really sure whether, we fought Dexio and his female counterpart in the previous games, but he's not too tricky. He uses Psychic types, starts off with a Slowpoke here. I seem to recall a fair few amount of people chose Slowpoke as their early game water Pokemon. As for me, I'm sorely lacking in water and grass types. What did you pick in that regard, mate?
Yeah, early on I felt I needed more water coverage, because, I had gotten a Wingull, but that was water and flying, and, my Rowlet obviously covered those angles, and, so I decided to catch a Slowpoke. I named him Pen Pen after Pen Pen Trisalon, which is a very slow-plotting, penguin racing game for the launch of the Dreamcast, and after a while, I just couldn't really cut it. I mean, I don't really like Slowpoke that much, I'll be honest with you. Slowbro is okay. Mega Slowbro, I don't know. But it's I haven't really found a lot of water Pokemon in this generation that interest me. The only other one that really comes to mind is fucking Wishy-Washy. And the school form for that is cool. I like the idea of them all bunching together, but otherwise that doesn't seem enough reliable coolness for me to commit. So I'm still actually on the lookout for that, a poison type, maybe a dark type, I don't know. It's gotta look good, otherwise I ain't gonna be interested, I'm sorry.
Well, there's that weird clowny looking fish, which is water and psychic, I believe. You've also got Marini and Toxapeck for water and poison. Or if you want water and bug, there's a Wimpod and a Galiciapod.
Yeah, the Galiciapod actually looks really cool, having fought one. And Toxapex, I've heard good things about. Apparently, if you do it right, that thing is a motherfucking tank.
Yeah.
So, well, Charjabug is kind of my tank at the moment, but I might want another one just for, stalling and, effects moves. I don't know. I may get that. We'll see.
I'm surprised we didn't get another Eevee evolution this gen. I guess they just wanted to focus more on Alolan forms and such, which, by the way, I hope they bump up the numbers in the rumoured Stars Switch game, because there's not enough, to be honest. It seems like a concept that didn't really flesh out all that much.
You don't really see that much of them, and I, in particular, would want another Eevee evolution. I'm not sure what's really preventing them from filling out all the types. I mean, a slow leak is fine. Sylveon was last gen, and I think Sylveon's a pretty good design. I like that. I still want to kind of see, because, the final evolution of Litten isn't a fighting type, so of course we should have, a fighting Eevee that has, punching gloves for ears. That'd be awesome.
What was it? We called it Champion?
Yeah, that was the name we came up with, and I still think that would work. It'd be a nice little wordplay.
Good old Pluck. This thing can eat berries, which I will use to great effect in the water trial.
Oh yeah, I forgot that thing had berries. Berries so barely come into mind for opposing Pokemon and myself. The last time I encountered a Pokemon that I was fighting against actually use a berry, it was way later on. I can't even talk about it yet, because it's what, the 5th, 6th trial or something like that, and it's just, berries don't really seem to come into play that much just all around for me, so, meh.
Oh man, tourists, they come here, they have one battle and that's it, they decide that we represent the entirety of Alola. You realise we just got here ourselves, right? We're immigrants ourselves.
I still like how those two girls in the background, they're just waving at nothing. They've been doing this throughout our entire battle. I don't even know what's going on.
Well, we'll go chat with them in a sec. Yes, they're obviously referencing the time that, we saved the world. We stopped a man with lion hair from blowing everything up.
Yeah, apparently in the anime, he got, like Lysander got, like, fucking nuked with, like, a death beam or something like that. I don't know if it was the Planet Buster or something like that, but apparently it was, like, a metal way to die, so I think I need to look that up, actually.
Damn, man. Yeah, I've heard good things about the X and Y anime, but we're in Sun and Moon territory now, and the animation's nice, if a bit overly stretchy for my liking, but you know, I'm not here to judge anime, I'm here to judge Pokemon, which is also kind of anime, I suppose. Anyway, let's go visit the Tide Song Hotel.
Hey, trust me, you know, when we get to that point where Ash starts losing everything, you'll be right back to judging the anime just like you did before.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
She's just trying to swat at a moth, I think. That's why she keeps waving.
I seem to recall that this hotel, it may have been the other one, because there are, like, 2 hotels that was first shown off with, like, all the Sun and Moon stuff along with Peaky Peg. Do you remember that in the initial reveal?
Yes, I do, actually.
Like, people were trying to guess what region this place was going to be based on. And some people said, like, I don't know, maybe Las Vegas, possibly. But I think it was pretty obvious it was Hawaii at the time.
Look, just as long as this is in the hotel with Macaulay Culkin and Tim Curry in it, I'm perfectly fine.
Huh. I don't think I've ever watched Home Alone 2, I'm going to be honest with you.
It's not bad. I mean, I've heard it's obviously not as good as the first, but it's not a bad film, I would say. I'd say the films get bad around Home Alone 3 going up, and I think there's like up to Home Alone 5 or some shit like that. Wait, what? I think there was actually a TV show based on Home Alone. I can't entirely recall, but that would get old fast, wouldn't it?
Fuck the Zelda timeline. I need a timeline for Home Alone. God damn. Anyway, the Zygarde stuff, mate. Did you go out of your way to collect cells and whatnot? I believe I got the 50% Zygarde form, which is like a dog or something.
I've been collecting them as I come across. I have no idea how much percentage I have, but it is kind of strange that Dexio and Cena or whatever just give this random kid this thing that lets you collect the cells of fucking Zygarde. I mean, this feels like we're building Perfect Cell at this rate, and that's never a good sign.
Well, you know, sporting the same colours and whatnot. I believe, like, in terms of Norse mythology, he's supposed to represent Zygarde, that is, the snake that goes around the Tree of Life. I don't know. I don't study this shit. I just come on here, talk, collect my paycheck and leave.
Well, I mean, you know, it's easy to kind of learn about this kind of stuff from any wikia, and you're referring to Ouroboros, the snake that devours its own tail, or theoretically the world, it really depends.
Star.
Yes, you are a star on the back of another star, now that I think about it. That's just like his buddy that he's hauling around, because he doesn't have a car, you know, but he needs to get place to place, so he relies on his friend.
Don't worry, Lillie, I see you over there. We'll get to you in a second. I just have to max out everyone's dialogue string. Fascinating. Alright, Lillie, what's up?
I just noticed the lamps are based on Chim Chow. That's pretty interesting.
Oh, so they are! That's awesome!
It's always nice when people build furniture that resembles Pokemon, just to make you feel good that you guess which Pokemon it is.
I can't believe Game Freak was so lazy as to put the Windows 10 logo on the floor. Okay, I guess Lillie has stuff to do here, so we'll just leave her be and continue on our journey. When she needs us, she'll just teleport to us anyway, that's how it works.
Does she have, like, a ride pager now that I think about it? I mean, like, this version of it, like, she's not, like, afraid of Pokemon. She just doesn't like Pokemon battling. But if she needs, like, a Tauros to pick her up or something like that, can she just buzz one?
Well, I guess she has a bit of money on her, judging by her clothes and her family, so to speak. So I guess she could just get a taxi or something.
Man, I hated growing up and I'm just walking out of my playground, but then there's assholes looking to Pokemon battle me. You know, like, right over by the slide, which I love as a piece of playground equipment, but some asshole is blocking the ladder waiting to Pokemon battle anybody who comes over.
Oh, I see a Pokeball down there.
I have to admit, like, a lot of the areas, if there's one thing that is repetitive about them, is that often what they will do is that they will have these big patches of tall grass leading up to a very obvious alcove for a Pokemon item, just to ensure that you risk getting into a Pokemon battle. And it does this, like, all the time. I mean, it's not an annoying thing, and it's not, like, bad. It's just something I've noticed happen time and time again.
Oh, that's a donkey!
Alright, let's get all these jokes out of the way.
Oh, I'm catching one of these. Its evolved form led me to victory in Moon.
I've seen the evolved form of it. Well, I expected worse from an ass, I'll be honest with you, but it's not exactly something I'm going to add to my team anytime soon. Is this a part ground type now that I think about it?
It is a ground type, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I can see where that would come into play, but me, I don't know, I'm the only ass here, so I think that's all we need.
Well, its ability is super useful. Like, do you know what Mudbray actually does?
Stamina here... Oh, it raises his defense, that's pretty good.
Every time it gets hit. Yeah, in fact, let me look this shit up. Mudbray. Pokemon. It has either own tempo or stamina as its abilities. Inner focus is a hidden ability. But as for stamina itself, when a Pokemon with stamina is hit by an attack, its defense rises by 1 stage. If a Pokemon with this ability is hit by a multi-strike move, such as Fury Swipes, each hit activates this ability.
Ooh, that's actually really good, yeah.
Yeah, I think that actually happens to me in a future part, so yeah, I was feeling pretty cocky at the time, I'm not gonna lie.
So I'm guessing you try to use him to tank a lot of stuff, considering he has the ability to buff himself that way?
Yeah, I basically ran like stall maneuvers during the Pokemon League. When I needed to like heal other Pokemon, I just got like Mudsdale out there, let him take some hits and, you know, heal up with super potions and whatnot. I just got stronger every turn until they used a special attack, in which case I wasn't really prepared for that.
Ah, I see. Mudsdale's ultimate weakness, getting hit by fire, which is true for most things, let's be honest.
Perfect.
Stallion! Stallion! I love it!
Well, I was actually trying to spell stallion, but Stallion works too.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it. That's like actually a great pun. Even though it's an ass and not a horse. But you know what? Fuck it.
We were never gonna find much use for Rock Doggo, I'm gonna be honest. I just caught it to show you where you could catch it. You know, 10 Carat Hill. For reference, you will need Tauros to be able to smash through the rocks. Hey.
Just, hey, how you doing? What are we looking at?
I was right in front of you, how come you didn't see me? Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking for the freshest ingredients.
Ah, yes, you can find them out here in the tall grass. I hope you guys like weed soup, because that's really all I can make with this shit.
Ah, the return of Cutie Fly.
Now, I've heard some good things about Cutie Fly's evolution, Riambi. I'm gonna make absolutely sure I got that pronunciation right, but apparently it gets access to some pretty useful moves.
Such as?
I think it's Quiver Dance, it was called. I have to look up again what Quiver Dance is, but supposedly that's good.
Well, you're just speaking on behalf of other people at this point, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I'm getting a lot of useful advice from, like, the comments and, like, Twitter based on, you know, what to look for. Because, again, I have not played Pokemon in a very long time, so it's kind of good to get that update.
I know. I'm just busting your balls, to be honest with you.
Okay, Butterfly Dance. Quiver Dance. It raises the user's special attack, special defense, and speed by 1 stage each, and it's a Bug-type move. Oh, that could be pretty useful, yeah.
Oh, maybe I should have had more than one, but look how smug he looks.
Yeah, I lost. What of it?
Implying. Prepare your Pokemon, guys, because I believe there's another rival fight coming up very shortly.
Yeah, I love how they just kind of sneak them all in, you know, completely unannounced and unprepared, and that's bit me in the ass more than once.
Well, you know what? I found it annoying in, like, Black and White, considering you have, like, 2 rivals, for lack of a better word, but I kind of like it here, because I like How as a person. I know you dislike him, but it's fun smacking his Pikachu around, I suppose.
I don't really dislike How. I mean, we're not friends, we're acquaintances, but that's probably the best it's gonna be.
Yeah. Oh, a bit of a random cowboy town for you here. Like this place's theme, but it's not the most exciting of towns in all of Alola, I'm gonna be honest.
It is kind of appropriate that we are having a Pokemon battle here in the middle alley of a dusty western town. It feels, in a way, like a shootout.
Snubble watches on, ever judging, ever waiting to destroy the loser.
Man, Snubble has... like, he had the limelight for, like, a little bit. Like, remember he was, like, one of the new Pokemon that appeared in one of the Pokemon shorts? And then now everybody just fucking forgot about him. I mean, he's a fairy type now. That's, like, the newest thing he has. but his update history has been very nil, you know what I'm saying?
How do you fare with this particular How battle, mate? Not a lot has changed, to be honest. I believe his starter's evolved, that's about it.
I don't seem to recall struggling too much. Really, the only recent one in my memory is the last one I had. His Pikachu is stupid fast, though, so you may want to watch out for that, especially if you're like me at this stage, where you kind of had a little too many Pokemon that were weak to electricity, so you have to be careful.
Oh my god, they're all water types. How did that happen? I have a team of 6 Wingull.
Well, hey, you know, there is that Commander Holly person who's doing all the bird Pokemon runs, so yeah, she would definitely have to watch out for this.
I suppose so. Just sticking in my craw that his Pikachu knows Electro Ball and my Pichu won't.
Check out my extra large Electro Ball! Shut up, Yamcha. Haha, I won. He's dead.
I love how bouncy his theme is. It kind of belies how strong he will eventually become. Second still to me, but you know.
I totally noticed that pun back there that you didn't intend, by the way, so I'm getting a little paranoid now, and I'm gonna have to watch out for them in every successive sentence you say.
Was it another case of me just saying something normal and you taking it as a pun?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, how strong.
Ew.
Oh, you messed up my perfectly coiffed hair. Hey, will you kids stop Pokemon battling out there? I'm trying to sleep.
Oh, gosh darn. Thick harvest to, what do you do to a harvest? I'm trying to figure the term. Sorry, but I had a major brain fart there for a second. What do you do to a harvest? Oh, you plant it? No, that's the reverse of what you're supposed to do to a harvest.
Well, you could just scatter it everywhere as a grass type attack. That tends to work.
That's true. I'm surprised they haven't come up with a stalk of corn Pokemon, like Grass and Fairy.
Oh, now that you've named it, they're gonna make a fucking corn Pokemon, and it's like its unique move will be to shoot its kernels at you, but then they pop in like midair and it's fire for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, you could call it Kernel. There you go.
Well, I guess. I don't know. They'll probably come up with a lamer pun than that.
Yeah, not the most exciting of How battles, I'm going to be honest. Besides, you know, his starter evolving, it's a basic repeat of the prior battle, but I think either the next one or the one after, that's the wake-up call, so don't rest on your laurels.
I do like his stance when he's Pokemon battling. He's like, what you talking about, Tom?
Lost again. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. None of this matters.
That's surprisingly nihilistic for How. I mean, like, that, on one sense, it's a good philosophy to have. That way nothing really gets to you. But on the other hand, you know, it's like, oh, well, what's the fucking point?
Let's just groom THD over here.
So, what is he got? Is that, like, wool from, like, a sheep over there? I have no idea how sometimes they get this shit on them when they're Pokemon battling. Like, water I can get, mud I can get. But this is like somebody threw cotton at them from a shirt or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, what was on those razor leaves? Is he just trying to mess up our Pokemon through looks?
No, he just pulls out a dandelion and blows it in the enemy's face. Oh, it's everywhere. Yeah, that was definitely a battle indeed.
Oh, I see the Pokemon Center over there. It's calling to me.
Come over here and pay your tab.
Yep, that battle sure was dire, alright. Miltank, can you, like, not watch me, please? I'm getting a bit uncomfortable.
Man, I'm still thinking back to that awkward line about having your mother be a milk tank. I'm like,
Yeah, no, less said about that, the better, I think. Did you ever use a dire hit?
No. The situation never got that dire, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
Well, hey, your pun was lame. I might as well make one too. That sucks.
Yeah, Hal does bring up a good point. The only loser, really, is the person who isn't having fun.
Well, that's a lot of stuff with life these days, so...
Yeah, The town we developed... Look, it doesn't even have a catchy tagline to it. It's just, oh, we made this town with our Pokemon. The end.
Yeah, I mean, that's like you go to a town and it's like, well, we built it, I guess. They need to go to the town that said, we built this city on rock and roll. That'd be amazing.
Established... who gives a shit, really?
Just fucking whenever, I guess.
What sounds good? Well, it's nighttime, so a bit of coffee.
That's true. I mean, like, you know, what better way to sleep than to not actually sleep?
I love how you can tell when I record these parts by what time it is in-game. I had to do a lot of nighttime recording, because these footage sessions can go on quite well. Don't zoom in on the Polygonal Cup, it gets worse every time.
I was expecting more of a story from him. He's just like, this'll wake you up, I guess. It's the same thing as the town out there. You live here, I suppose.
The most average cup of coffee in all of Alola.
Tasty. The best part of waking up is something else, I guess.
Mediocrity in your cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already done the whole Shalor City song and dance. Eventually he's just gonna like name drop Viridian City and like, oh, what is that town famous for? A gangster ran its Pokemon gym?
I don't know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's more like a stain on the town than something you'd like want to go visit, you know?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know, come see the famous Team Rocket headquarters, that'd be a great tourist trap. I'll just nuke them with our healing radiation, it'll be fun.
Endless screaming, but you can't hear it because they're all encapsulated right now. Alright guys, that'll do us for today. Thank you very much for watching, and please join us next time for another part of Pokemon Sun. Bye for now!